Hey, how's it going, y'all? The first week of the World Cup just ended, and so today I'm going to be talking about all the games that I watched, my thoughts, my concerns, my theories on who are going to win, etc., etc. Yeah, if you like the video, thumbs up. If you don't like the video, thumbs down. I don't really care. But yeah, let's get into it. These are all the games that took place in the World Cup this week. And, starting with all the ones that I watched, let's start with Mexico and South Africa. So this game was really underwhelming for the World Cup opener. I remember sitting there watching it. I was like, dude, what is South Africa doing? Why did they look so scared? Why are they hesitating to pass the ball? Why are they hesitating to cross the ball? Like I was very confused. And then Quinones takes that shot. First off, let me paint the scene. The South African team, they're passing the ball. I think the goalkeeper makes a mistake, and then the Mexican holding midfielder presses him, passes the ball to Quinones. Quinones scores it. And I'm just like, bro, how did they let that goal go in? How did they even let that happen? That is like devastating. And then Raul Jimenez all game was playing really mad. He was moving mad. He was moving crazy. And he finally got his first World Cup goal. And I'm just like, I'm really happy for him because um just a couple years ago, he had that that fracture of his skull, and to see him come back and score in the World Cup, that's got to be something beautiful. I was really disappointed that Memo Ochoa didn't start. I was really excited for him to play his last World Cup because it looks like after this World Cup, he's going to retire from professional football. Uh, F's in the comment or F's in the chat for Memo Ochoa during that World Cup. Where he just played like a wall, the Great Wall of China, or the Great Wall of Mexico. Not gonna lie, we need Ochoa. But yeah, man, it's really sad to see such a what's it called, talented goalkeeper go into retirement. But yeah, this was a really underwhelming opener to the World Cup. I can't really say so for about the rest of the World Cup though, because whenever the rest of the teams played, most specifically, man, I can't speak English, but most specifically the USA, I was surprised. I was surprised by how good they were playing. I was surprised by everything that was going on. I was surprised by, the passes, the connections between Balogun and Pulisic. Like, I just thought the USA played a really good game here. Balogun played a really good. He scored two, and man, his goals were just really good, man. They were really good. They were beautiful goals, and I thought it was crazy that they could take the striking force off and kind of just bring in people that added to the game. Now I'm not really sure that Tim Weah added to the game or Ricardo Pepi added to the game, but Giovanni Reyna with that Trivela goal, oh my god, man, oh my god, I was just pleasantly surprised by the USA. I think that if they keep playing like the way they did, it's gonna be a really crazy ride for the USA team during this World Cup. Let's see what they're at the table. Actually, I think they lead their table, and they're playing Australia today. I think they are. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Today's Friday, right? They're playing Australia today. No, no, no. Today's Thursday, so they're playing tomorrow. My bad. I'm tweaking. But yeah, it was a really pleasant surprise for me to watch the USA dominate Paraguay the way they did. Especially since Paraguay isn't a scrub. Like I said this before on my Instagram, but Paraguay beat Brazil. Let's pull it up in the qualifiers. Let's see if I can find history. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? How do I even find the game that they play? Um, team form. Okay, I can't find it, but Paraguay beat Brazil and Argentina in the qualifiers. So they're in a scrub. It isn't a scrub team. They're a solid team. The fact that USA beat them 4-1 is actually insane. Okay, there it is. Yeah, yeah. Paraguay beat Brazil and beat where did the Argentina game go? And beat Argentina. It should be somewhere here. Yeah, beat Argentina. So like the fact that they're able to get slapped by USA is actually really surprising to me. Now, I feel like we gotta, give Mauricio Pochettino his props, but what the fuck do you have going on in that locker room, bro? Like, what is this, man? Both double scoop, both hands? That is wild. Stop it, bro. Get some help, man. I know you're supposed to love on them and coach them, but gang, this is too much. Lee. Going on to the next game that I watched, Brazil versus Morocco. I'm gonna say I don't think Brazil's gonna win the World Cup, man. I don't think Brazil's gonna win the World Cup. I think that they are out of their depth with this one. Um, Morocco, solid team. Always enjoy to watch them play, especially in this World Cup, man. All the African teams have been playing really well. Morocco, AFCON winners, they, came into this game, they looked really sound, they were holding off their own, and they were, making really good attempts forward, but they just weren't able to get the all inclusive goal to get that 3 points, but it's fine. Brazil, I don't know what they didn't really look solid going forward, in my opinion. I feel like Bruno Guimaraes was the only player that looked like he knew what he was doing on the pitch. Bruno and Vinicius, but other than that, like Rafinha always goes ghost when he's playing for Brazil. I don't know why. Allison always goes ghost as well. So might be a really short tournament for Brazil. I'm not gonna lie. Um, this game, the Netherlands game, this one was a really good watch. I really enjoyed watching this. I said this on my Instagram. You should follow me on Instagram, by the way, Instagram and TikTok. But this was what I expected from this game. I didn't think anybody was going to be strong favorites. I feel like they were evenly matched. And honestly, Japan play ethical football. They play ethical football. They play ethical ball, ethical hoops. Like they're a really concise, effective team. The Suzuki guy is a really sound goalkeeper. I saw him and I was like, man, how come nobody signed this guy yet? This guy is making really important saves. He was, passing the ball really well. I feel like somebody should sweep this dude up. Um, I thought their second goal was kind of crazy. The second goal that they scored in the corner, if I think they scored in like the 80 something minute. Yeah, 88 minute. They scored it over Van Dyke, I think. It was like the most insane. I thought it was scripted, honestly. Like they played really well. Anything that Netherlands said or had, Japan always had an answer for it. And I just thought that was really good. I feel like this Japan team moving forward needs to be looked at, bro, because they're going to be really good contenders. They're going to be really big contenders within this game. So watch out, man. Watch out. All right. This game, I was expecting more from this game, and I'm not going to lie, I didn't really like how Spain looked in front of goal. Ferran Torres, just nuke him. Nuke the whole generation. Nuke the whole generation, bro. Ferran Torres needs to learn how to finish the ball, bro, because there's no reason he's missing wide open shots on goal. There's no reason. There's no reason for that. Um, Gavi, I mean, I don't know why they played Gavi out front. I know that Nico Williams had like a hamstring injury, but I feel like they could have picked somebody else to go up there. I feel like they would have been better with Miko Marino playing down the middle and Oyarzabal playing to the left. Why didn't they think of that? Like, am I tripping? Is this like some FIFA brain right now? Um, all in all, like I knew they were gonna dominate in possession. I knew they were gonna pass the ball around and get some shots off. I just didn't know they were gonna get their shots on target, and I was surprised because they weren't able to get their shots on target. Bosnia, dude, dude, this guy like put on for Cape Verde, bro. He was playing his skin off. 40 years old, bro. 40 years old. 7 saves. 7 important fucking saves. He was crazy. He's crazy this game. Spain need to work on their finishing before they're able to like beat anything crazy in this World Cup. Um, Other than that, man, they were creating opportunities. You weren't just getting into the game. Lamine Yamal and I know Nico Williams came in as well. Lamine Yamal injected like a great bit of pace, but I felt like he came in not. He didn't really have enough time to do anything. I also felt like a shift whenever he came in because it felt like everybody was trying to pass the ball to him so he can create something. So they're really depending on him, and it's not good if they're depending on somebody that's coming back from injury. All in all, not a good game from Spain. Really good game from Cape Verde to hold their own and get that point. I hope they're able to figure it out, man. I really hope they're able to figure it out. Argentina, Algeria. This is the game of games. I know a lot of people came in hate watching, and I was watching this and like I had my phone in hand too, so I can tweet out what was happening. The game started off crazy. First off, Argentina scores an offside goal. Messi had 4 goals that game. One of them was offside. That's insane. And then Algeria scored, and I tweeted out immediately. I was like, "How did I know that Algeria was gonna like score the first goal?" That goal turned out offside. And then Messi just like runs down the middle, takes the shot with his left foot to the right corner, and I'm like, "How are you still moving like this? You're 38, gang. You're about to be 39 next year. How are you moving like this? Crazy. This is insane. This is that whole game. He was moving mad. I mean, it was just a crazy game. I feel like there has to be like some questions asked about like Lautaro Martinez, bro. How is this guy still entering the Argentina team, bro? This guy's a fraud. I'm sorry to be the one that's he's a fraud. He goes in there, stinks up the whole game, misses created chances, and then gets subbed off for Julian out. How is he a professional footballer for the Argentina national team? I just don't get it. Um, Zidane's son, bro. I don't know what the hell Zidane is like telling his sons to do or how he's training him, but like they need to wrap it up, bro. They're done. Especially this guy. This guy was buns. I saw a clip of him dodging the ball. How are you a goalkeeper dodging the ball? Hold on. Let's see if I can find it. How are you a goalkeeper dodging the ball? Lucas Zidane, everybody. How is he Algeria's goalkeeper? How is he doing this? How? Algeria's first choice goalkeeper dodging the ball. That is mad. He's moving mad. Christ. This guy is like frustrating to watch. All in all, it was a great game from Messi. I don't know if Argentina is gonna go all the way again. But it's looking like it. If Messi like keeps moving the way he's moving, he's looking like they'll go all the way again. He became the top scorer of the World Cup of all time, which is kind of crazy. Um, yeah, man. Messi really just is that guy right now. He's that guy. He's always been that guy though. So it's kind of wait, hold on. What is happening over in Canada? What the hell? Jonathan David remembered how to score. They had 2 red cards? Oh nah, that's wild. Okay, back to the video. I'm getting carried away. I'm getting carried away. Yeah, bro. Lucas Zidane, everybody. All right. I really enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed this game because this was Erling Haaland's debut to the World Cup, and he came in style. He came in and scored 2 goals. The first goal was like a classic striker goal, and in the second goal, he was just dude. Imagine a 6'5" Scandinavian blonde man like fucking chasing after you with the ball. Like I would run away. I would act like Lucas Zidane in that clip. And that was the second goal. I think that Norway played really good as a collective, and I really liked the introduction of Oscar Bob into the team. Oscar Bob added so much to the game, and I feel like Norway just they're a really solid unit, man. I'm really excited to see how far they go. I think their next match should be against France or Senegal. I think it's against Senegal, and I think that is going to be one to watch. I'm not sure which one it's against. Actually, let me see. It's against Senegal. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It should be the one to watch. Let's see what the teams are looking like. Actually, I'm really excited to see how this goes, man. I'm really excited to see how this goes. Everybody on Norway was playing really good. I really enjoy Ryson, the Borussia Dortmund player. So talented, bro. Such a talented crosser of the ball. Nusa is very explosive, very beautiful to watch. And man, it's gonna be an interesting game, bro. It's gonna be a really interesting game. Obviously, the game that everybody is waiting for, the game that we're all waiting to talk about, Portugal and DR Congo. This game was mad, bro. If I'm not gonna lie, this game was mad, and not in a good way. Mad. It was really mad because I really wanted Ronaldo to do something, man. I really wanted him to do something, and you know what's crazy? What's crazy is that on Twitter, everybody was like, "Oh, Ronaldo's gonna score 4. He's gonna do this. He's gonna do that." And then Ronaldo just doesn't do anything. And then people are like, "Oh, he's 41. He's 41. What do you expect him to do?" If he's 41 and you know he's 41 and you don't think he's gonna be able to do something, why is he playing on your team? Bench him. Bench that nigga, bro. You don't deserve to be. Put Gonzalo Ramos in and then put him introduce. I feel like Ronaldo will be utilized better as a super sub. Is it crazy to say that? Ronaldo could be a outstanding super sub. Imagine if the whole team has been playing for 70 minutes, and Ronaldo just comes on, fresh legs. He's not even able to run like he's able to run, or he was able to run before. But if he comes on and he's able to, just take advantage of the tired legs with his experience and his instinct, he can do something, bro. The fact that they're putting him on to play a full game at 41 against younger is just, I don't think it's gonna be good. Jan Neves scored a beautiful header, and then Wissa equalized 45 minutes in, like halftime. I just thought that was crazy. And then the game was just like shit from there. I think Conceição needs to be starting though, because whenever he came on, like I feel like they were creating a lot more opportunities on the right flank. So Bernardo Silva needs to get the bench. I'm not gonna lie, he needs to get the bench. Um, Wan-Bissaka played really good. I remember watching that game. I'm like, man, that's Wan-Bissaka, right? Like he's clamping everybody up. I was just like, bro, like I can't believe Ten Hag sold Wan-Bissaka to keep Diego Dallo. Really? That's what we're doing now? That is like the sale of the century. That is horrible. Horrible decision from Ten Hag. God bless. But yeah, it seemed like they were really frustrated with Ronaldo. I'm not gonna lie. They were really frustrated with Ronaldo, and him missing shots and all that stuff. And they weren't shy of expressing that. So, I mean, I don't know. For someone that's done so much for Portugal, it doesn't really seem like the players appreciate him all that much, which is kind of sad to see. All right, this is the last game that I watch of this round of the World Cup. England versus Croatia. Now, I didn't watch the full game, but I mean, that Rashford goal, he's like the ultimate super sub, bro. Like him coming in for Gordon and switching out and scoring immediately is. I hate that Barcelona bought Gordon and didn't buy Rashford. Rashford is like the amount of stuff he can do for Barcelona. The Just having Rashford in your arsenal is kind of crazy because he can fill in on the left, fill in on the right. He can also play down the middle if you need him to. I don't know, man. I feel like Barcelona made an L decision here. They made an L decision. Here we are. Thank you guys for watching the video. I really appreciate it. Those are my thoughts of the World Cup and the first round and the games that I watch and all that stuff. So thank you for watching. If you made it this far, leave a like, thumbs up, etc., etc., etc. My AC is broken right now. That's why I'm in a tank top. So yeah. Either ways, take care, y'all. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Deuces.